Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666.
Jared Kushner is now inside his company headquarters with his parents for their regular Tuesday business meeting. Just like the Trumps, this is very much a family affair. It's all about loyalty and sticking together.
He said, we have the ability to make people behave this way.
She used to be very, she's still very beautiful. I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
Yeah, I have one in my hand. What that allows me to do is, for example, have secure access to the building. It allows me to use my mobile phone because it can recognise, the phone can recognise me via the chip.
We went to find Jared Kushner to ask him what his plans were. Walk into the office at 666 Fifth Avenue with his parents.
And he said, and we use the chemtrails, nanotechnology. He said, it's all here.
Florida-based Verichip Corporation has already implanted more than 2,500 people with these chips, which are approved by the federal government.
Parents are putting these chips in kids in Mexico, where there's a higher risk of kidnappings. The scanners are put up at airports and bus stations.
Store information, manipulate information, do simple computations. So when we're implanting this type of device, really we're implanting it like a miniature computer.
Instead of GPS bracelets, convicts would be forced to have a device implanted.
Instead of ankle bracelets, sex offenders might have something like this.
Now we should consider these devices to be more like little computers.
Pinched a little bit, not bad at all though.
It takes just a few seconds, and Tony Danner is standing at a new frontier in technology.
Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
I took off her. I moved on her like a bitch. I couldn't get there, and she was married.
The microchip, which cost about $200, was voluntarily implanted and is used to keep track of the person's medical condition and as a means to contact their caretakers should they wander off or need assistance.
Checkout lines. Who needs them?
Have a nice day.
5 people in Puerto Rico diagnosed with Alzheimer's have now had microchips implanted into their forearms to help doctors treat them in case of an emergency.
Moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture.
What happens when one of those chips gets
a computer virus.
Money in this way. I personally don't have a problem with this idea of having a microchip put in your arm as a sort of, I don't know, credit card that you can buy and sell in clubs or go down to Sainsbury's and buy your food. No, I would not have a problem with that as a Christian. I think you can worship Jesus Christ whilst at the same time having a mark in your arm, yes.
We're up for Baja Beach Club this week, a nightclub in Barcelona. Now, the place looks like a good time, but people all over the world don't start searching for a nightclub unless it's doing something freaky. And it is. The club began injecting ID chips into its VIP guests 2 years ago. The right-size chips allow VIPs to skip the whole velvet rope routine, get into the swanky VIP areas, and charge drinks automatically.
But no one else can use my phone. Risks. So these are
Just show us what you've done to that chip.
Well, what I can do is actually read the contents of the device. This last part of all the information inside the device is actually a computer virus. So what this allows the chip to do is when it accesses a system, the system reads the contents and then gets infected by the virus.
And all of a sudden I see her, she's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
She's your girl's hot as shit.
Sort of like starting a tab in your arm. This week, a U.S. company called CityWatcher.com adopted the same technology and implanted chips into a few employees, eliminating the need for company IDs or access cards.
Feels pretty amazing. It's excited about where we can take this technology.
The chip in his hand allows him to start his car, open doors, log onto his computer, and buy snacks in the break room at Wisconsin-based 3 Square Market.
I would say, what are you doing this for? What's the point of this thing? You have all the money in the world you ever want. You have all the power. I said, you're hurting people. It's not a good thing. And he would say, what do you care about the people for? Take care of yourself and you take care of your family. And then I said to him, what are the ultimate goals here? He said, the ultimate goal is to get everybody in this world chipped with the RFID chip and have all money be on those chips and everything on those chips. And if anybody wants to protest what we do or violate what we want, we just turn off that chip.
In the purple.
Whoa!
Yes!
Whoa!
Yes, the Donald has scored!
Whoa!
Oh, my man!
Therefore, the astronauts should have been able to jump vertically far higher than they could on Earth without any burden. And you remember when they were tooling around in that little car and they were spinning their wheels and the dirt was flying up, making a rooster tail? Well, folks, that dirt didn't fly up very high and it didn't stay up in the air. It came down really quick. And according to statistics, dust in a 1/6 gravity atmosphere. In fact, an atmosphere only 2% as dense as Earth's atmosphere. That dust should still be floating around somewhere, shouldn't it? But it didn't. How are we going to explain this? How does NASA explain it? Very simply, folks, they don't. They can't. They never could, and they never will.
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I am so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does this.